Right, so we've got the boat out, taken the cover off. We've got her head to wind at the top of the slip. And we've put a tyre underneath the lazy jockey wheel so that she doesn't run down the hill. First thing to do after that is to raise the jib. Now, if you have a look at the way the jib's been stowed, we've taken the swivel off the top of the jib and put it on the shackle at the bottom of the jib. Because if you have the jib folded up too much, you're just shortening the lifespan of the jib. So it should really be laid out along the boat like that. You then just get the head of the jib, bring it back. Got a shackle here. Undo the shackle. Be careful you don't drop it down the spinny tube. A little bit fiddly, but that's boats. That's done up. The jib halyard comes out of the bottom of the mast slot. So you just pull that. There she goes. Like most modern boats, we've got a wire hoop on the bottom. There's your tensioner, which is a hook. Hook goes through the halyard, and then there's a block, bottom end of the line there, which pulls it through a jamming cleat. Get a nice bit of tension on. Job for jibbing. Because it was a boom up cover, you have to take the main sheet out. So the next thing to do is to thread the main sheet, which starts off in the block there. And you find the other end of the main sheet, and you go up between the blocks and forwards through the front one. And you come back down to this block from front to back, forward to aft, back up through the middle again, front to back, forward to aft, and then down to the main one there. If you want to use the cleat through there, figure of 8, stop a knot in the end. Particular manner, so you go to the top reefing eye, go from starboard to port, down to the second one, from port through to starboard, and then the last one from starboard back through to port. Pull through a bit of slack, and then this just ties off around the boom. So I'm just going to use a bowline. That's that. That's nice and loose. It can run up and down the boom if it needs to. Next, we're going to put the front end of the sail, the leech, up. So we're going to unroll the sail. Find the head. Masthead float. Now this boat has a nav. The top of the nav is secured to the port side of the run, the sail slot. So I'm just going to lift the boom across to the port side of the boat to hoist the sail. So this masthead float goes around the bolt rope of the sail and then runs up the track down here. I'm just taking up some slack, feeding the top end, reaching in and pinching the sides of the masthead float. You've got the nav to contend with. So the sail is up. Now we need to secure the bottom of the halyard. We have an open-sided jamming cleat. So we just take a little bit of tension off the halyard, pull it out, around and in like that, and then just tension it up again and it's locked off. So I'm just going to put a bit of tension on the outhole, a bit on the kicker, the nav. Coming out of the end of the boom is the other end of the one-line reefing system. That feeds up through the reefing kringle, starboard to port, and come back down, and then you'll tie a bowline around the gooseneck at the moment. Put a pin in here at some point, so you can tie a bowline on that, and then that can all be reefed just by adjusting that end of the white line